got shot. It's so much that happened in the doggone season finale, but okay. Eli got shot. Didn't Constance say that she'd arranged an incidents to occur? Eli walked in on Bobby and Simone having sex. Someone stole Nancy's car and it wasn't Richard. Sam had Priscilla attacked, or it looked like it anyways. I said, now the reason why they can't take these folks down correctly is because everyone has their own side quest going on. Literally, everybody on the show. Y'all can't take these folks down because y'all got all this extra stuff going on. Sam over here laughing at Priscilla getting attacked or whatever. I said, they crazy. I said, everybody crazy. And the last thing is that Donald had Constance put that lady body in the Allan place. And Richard, that ain't the last thing. And Richard got set up look like. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Law for Chelsea for Tyler Perry's The Oval Season 6, Episode 22. First things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. What y'all think, that y'all like the episode. I want to know why they decided to do 2 episodes. Is this it? Will we get a proper series finale or a next season, season 7, or what? Why did they decide to give us 2 episodes? But yeah, I realize now that I combined some of the notes from episode 21 with this episode, because I already said that Lily told Allan what Donald did or whatever. But okay, so we're gonna start with Lily and Allan. Lily ends up telling Allan what Donald did, how she watched the video and he trying to use that to his advantage. How, you know, she may not have the video, but she seen it for herself. And she said that Donald gonna use Allan to get out of all this or whatever. So he's still lying and still denying it. He ends up saying he don't know what she's talking about or whatever. So she was like, she gonna call Eli to tell everything or whatever. And he was getting mad and everything. And she basically acted like she was in power too. Like she got control. I said, you better get up out that house. I said, you better save yourself. I said, save yourself, girl. Save yourself. Hold on. Let me see. I said, you better save yourself. Why is she still there talking about so she ain't gonna leave her home stuff? I said, you crazy in the mood. You don't shot you in there. You still got the doggone bandage. I said, how she still got her bandage on but Donald walking around? Didn't he get shot too? Didn't he get shot? But yeah, what else? Let's see. Nancy, Sharon, Dale, they were still standing outside. Nancy said that Richard took the car. So that's when they was like, they gonna take her car. They looked over there to see that it was salt or sugar or on gas tank. And that's exactly why I said everybody got their own little side quest going on. Trying to take down the president, take down Hunter and them, and these folks doing the same thing. Literally. But yeah, Dale revealed that he traded in his truck for the car and everything. Richard was debating about whether or not to call that Tracy lady, and his fool did. He called her. She was like, she already outside the door. They end up sleeping together multiple times or whatever. And by the end of their scene, she told me some, what did she say? Let me find it. She made a comment. He was like, what does that mean or whatever? And I said, I want to know what it means too. So that was one of the cliffhangers, y'all. It was one of the cliffhangers. I was like, did she get the car or what? Did they get the car? Oh, we got to go back to Nancy now. So Sharon ends up calling about the car. He said he didn't get it. He said he's not the one who got it or whatever, that he should have. So they talking about they need to leave. They need to hurry up and leave and stuff like that. Next thing you know, the man in the mask, some man in the mask got Nancy with a weapon upside her head. I said, look, so many doggone cliffhanger moments. Got a weapon upside her head, walking in there. Sharon telling her just do what he says and everything. I said, look at y'all. Look at y'all. Meanwhile, all season long, we ain't see Kareem. We ain't see, what's his name? Antonio. We ain't see, I said, I guess they still in the bunker too, ain't it? I said, I guess they was written out. I said, if that's the case, you should have written out Jason them too. But yeah, that's all that happened with them. I already said Richard slept with Tracy. Lily calls Priscilla to tell about Allan and how he is somebody with his car and Donna may use that. So they was debating about whether or not to tell Eli. Somebody said they might need to sit on it. And that's why I said everybody think they in charge. Then Priscilla was like, she gonna tell him once she go into work or whatever. Well, you won't get that opportunity, girl. Hunter, Eli, Max, Sam. Hold on, let me backtrack. Let me make sure I ain't skipping over nothing. Let's see. Tracy shows up to Richard's room. Lily asks Priscilla what she knows about Allan. Tells about Allan being compromised. Priscilla thinks that they should sit on it. She asks Lily why she's staying there in the house. And I said, exactly. Why would you stay there? You know what I was suspecting? I was expecting Donald to walk in. I was expecting Donald to walk in at the end of the episode, but he didn't. So far, he didn't. But she's supposed to be trying to get them out. What else? Let's see. When Priscilla got off the phone, she looked outside and to see some people or whatever. She was like saying something, and then she tried to run. Next thing you know, they don't bust in or whatever. I think they pushed her over there or whatever, and it sounded like she was screaming. It sounded like she was screaming. Sam was watching or whatever, just laughing and stuff. When Max came in, I said he was crazy. I said they is psychotic. But yeah, he just laughing and smiling. I said, I said both of them playing a dangerous game. But yeah, she done got. She should have known that he was gonna have something happen. But yeah, they don't rush through the doggone door and everything. She sound like she's screaming. Um, let's see. I think Sam and Max went join Eli or whatever with Hunter. Eli said that he has no doubt that his plan would work, and he was very confident. But Hunter was as well. He was confident that Eli won't stay in office long and stuff, and he gonna pay. He gonna make sure he pay. He said how he should have made sure he hung him all the way. That's basically what he said. And he was like, you hear that? He basically threatened the president. He's like, you're not the president. He's like, you're not the president. But yeah, what else? I already said that part. I said Sam and Max can't take these folks down correctly because they got all these side quests going on. Constance ends up going to see Donald. She asked Sam to leave her alone or whatever. She scanned to make sure it wasn't no listening devices or whatever, no bugs. She asked Donald how he let Eli get in office or whatever. How he let him get in the Oval. And he was like he was handling and stuff, but Victoria this and Victoria that. So they was talking about that. At first Cal kept interrupting and she told him to get his dog on a leash or something. She knew that. She knew that Allan was meeting with Lily and that told that he had done a job and everything. I said, she really do know everything, don't she? I said, she know everything. So she been the one calling the shots this whole time. But yeah, let's see what else. What else? Oh, she said that she can't have them ruining what she got going on because she making a lot of money. She want oil pipelines or something like that. How she rich because of it, so she don't need them interfering with nothing. So she gonna end up arranging a job to happen. A job. I was reading this, y'all. She gonna end up having an incident arranged. So I'm assuming that's what it was at the end of the episode when Eli got shot. It was just like a shot came through the doggone window or whatever. Look, Bobby had his hand on his weapon, but it was like it came through the window, didn't it? I don't know. But yeah, look. Constance tells Donald Allan got his job and he meet with his wife. She want to know how to flip Allan. He's like, hey, I'm glad you asked or whatever. But and next thing you know, they show the dead lady in his doggone apartment and everything. So I was like, yeah, it had to be her. She had to arrange it for them to put that doggone body there. And I said it's his own fault because Lily literally just tried to tell this man. She tried to tell him. But yeah, what else? Bobby brings Simone in there. Eli saying that he had comments and stuff like that. So Simone was saying how she thinks that he's jealous. He's like, no, he's not jealous or whatever. She ends up bringing up the same thing about him and Victoria. He's still talking about his business. And once again, I say that I keep saying the same thing. They said they had been having this going on way before these folks even got in the office. That's what they said. But yeah, he ends up telling Simone that Hunter murdered Victoria and Jason or whatever. And she was like, what? Are they really dead? Or whatever. He's like, yeah, I haven't got the word. I'm waiting on the word or whatever. He was too confident, way too confident. I'm waiting on the official word or whatever. So she was like, she want to go see them. So she goes to see them. And Victoria's still kicking. The doctor told me so she's up or whatever. She's a little groggy and everything. And Jason's still in surgery. I said, this lady got 10 lives. I said, she got 10 doggone lives. Wait. Let me see. Let's backtrack. Eli said something. Oh, he was mad at Hunter for hanging him and stuff like that. So he wanted to show him what it feels like to be at the end of a rope. They showed Rachel. She did what she said. She handcuffed herself to Allan's door. So she was like, you got to go down in her shirt to get the doggone key. And I said, now how she did all that? She handcuffed to the doggone. I was like, I don't know now. That's it. Maybe she got her ways. But I was like, how did it work? So he goes in her shirt and gets the doggone key, lets her loose and basically tell her to leave or whatever. What did she say? She said something. She said the neighbor seen her, and she said something else. Oh, keep the handcuffs. She said keep the handcuffs. But yeah, I said he gonna have to watch his back with that one. She might come back. She might come back. You might have a problem on your hands. Well, really, he had a problem on his hand when she um poisoned him. I said it when she poisoned him, put that stuff on her tongue or whatever. But yeah, Allan went into his apartment. He see the lady on the floor and everything, and they never went back to the scene. Victoria over here talking and stuff like that. I said this lady got 10 lives, not 9. She got 10. Um, Simone has Victoria handcuffed or whatever. I said, you better get a handcuff because they run around stabbing people and stuff. They run around stabbing people and stuff. You better handcuff that good. Simone tells Victoria that Eli was just using her. I said, all right. I said, keep on. She going to reveal something. And she did. She ends up revealing things that Eli told her about Simone, about reconstruction, all this stuff she got had going down. All these things she had going on down there and stuff. Things that he would be the only one to know. That he, not the only one, but well, yeah, the only one to know or whatever. So she got emotional and everything. She ends up leaving. Bobby went in the room to check on her, to make sure she's okay. Ends up saying that what Victoria said to her was wrong or whatever, not to believe it because he loved every minute of it. He loved every minute of it. He said you gotta get, that's these people. I want to know, first of all, when they be taking the little piece of the little earpiece out their ear, can they really make it so they can't hear them? I would think that they still could hear them, right? I always wondered that. But yeah, so he takes it out his ear. He's supposed to say he loved every minute of it and everything. So next thing you know, he done kissed her shoulder and stuff. I said, y'all, the bold. This is a dangerous game y'all playing. What the world? I said, usually people try to be, sneaky and stuff. Y'all doing it right on the people's nose and stuff. What the world going on? But yeah, he kissed her shoulder and everything. Then next thing you know, hold on, let me check the time. 10:43, okay. Next thing you know, they was talking about if the door was locked and everything. Said, yeah, the door locked, and he said something about Eli doing something. So next thing you know, they over here taking their clothes off and stuff. Next time they go back to their scene, they in here doing the The next thing you know, Bobby and Max come in. What Eli said, I knew it. He said I knew it or something. I said you can't be mad. You skis, all y'all cheating. I said not you mad. But yeah, Max screaming Bobby's name or whatever. He jump up. It looked like Bobby had his hand on his weapon, but I don't think it was him. I think it was Constance because she said she was going to arrange for an incident to occur. Now I might be wrong. We won't see it until next season. If it's actually a next season, we don't know yet. Or I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, Simone and Bobby jump up or whatever. Bobby running. Bobby had ran or whatever. Eli was upset. Max trying to stop him. Next thing you know, a doggone bullet come through the doggone window or whatever. Look, I don't know. They ain't showed it like that, but they showed the little hole in the window or whatever. And Eli gets hit. Max had blood all over his face or whatever. He falls to the ground. I said, I said, look at you. Look at you. Was way too confident. Way too confident. And it'll be bad enough if you was confident because you're trying to take them down for the stuff they actually did. Now you over here trying to frame them for stuff they didn't do. Now you trying to frame these folks. And down went Eli. I said, look, I liked this season finale. I got a lot more questions or whatever, but yeah. I don't know. Who do y'all think did it? Do y'all think it was somebody? Do y'all think it was Constance people, or do y'all think somebody else? Look, ain't no telling nowadays. Ain't no telling, but I'm assuming it was Constance people. But yeah, what else? Let me scan these notes because I think I forgot something. I just said that Richard had slept with Tracy. She said nothing about it was cheap. Oh yeah, she said nothing about it was cheap. And he's like, what does that mean? And then the phone rang. But it was Sharon asking about the car. He was like, he don't got it. If you want to come up here to check, he told where he was and everything. I said, if he ain't got the car, then who got the car? Because the people don't walked in. The people don't walked into the doggone Nancy them house with a weapon pointed on her. And Dale also said that he hid, what did he say he hid the money, y'all? He said something about a wheel or something he said. He hid the money somewhere. But yeah, that's it, y'all. What did y'all think about this season finale? Let me know down below. Stay tuned for the next one. Wait. Yeah, that's it. Okay. What did y'all think about the season finale? Let me know down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces. Have